Everybody's talking about the movie Sista, and I'm here to give my opinion about it. It's currently streaming on Amazon Prime, and here's what I think about this movie. First, you should know that this movie tells the story of a struggling single mother and how she navigates taking care of her children and balancing her present with her past. Have you ever watched a movie and you just felt like this movie was so good that it was more or less like your story was being told, or you could just connect so much to the movie? This movie was that one for me. It struck an emotional chord because I was raised by a single mother and I know how hard it is to try to give your children the best things of life. I loved the acting of this movie. Kehinde Bankole outdid herself, and every single kudos she's getting right now for this movie Sista is duly worthy. She deserves it. She did so well. Her accent, the way she acted, her body language, her expression, she cute it, like not cute, she cute it for me. Big shout out to the guys who acted as her children, the lady and the guys. You guys did amazingly well in this movie. I love the color grading of this movie. It gave a kind of vibe that I didn't really, I don't know how to explain, but I just loved that the color grading of this movie was telling a story on its own. Let me talk about some things that I just did not find settling about this movie. The first one would have to be using Ade herself. I don't know her real name, but I know that she's a content creator and she uses Ade herself as her Instagram name. Using her as a younger actress for Kehinde Bankole, I feel was kind of unsettling, because we know that Kehinde Bankole has obvious gap tooth. So how does my younger version not have a gap tooth and have such an obvious gap tooth? So I felt very unsettled. Maybe we didn't notice how light-skinned Ade herself was because of the color grading of the movie, but the gap tooth was too obvious to have just let slide like that. Second thing that I found very unsettling is the fact that Deyemi Okonlawo in this movie acted with Bisola Ayola and Tiwa and Folarin, and I was expecting at some point that Deyemi would have a bit of accent, seeing as they're trying to tell the story of that they've been touring Europe for years, like good chunk of years, like about 15 years. But then Bisola comes with an accent and her husband doesn't even have anything close to an accent. I think I kind of did not know how to feel about that as well. This movie is a great one. I personally enjoyed it so much, so I would not want to discourage anyone from watching it. It's a beautiful story, and I think that if you were ever raised by a single mother, you're going to feel so emotional watching this movie, seeing a woman and the kind of bond she shares with her children and how much she's willing to go to the extreme to give them the best things of life. I love how the story was told. I love that it was straight to the point. It was not too long and it was not too short. And for me, I'll rate this movie a 7/10. You should go check out Sista on Amazon Prime. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this one.